The White House says Biden reiterated his clear position as Israel plans to invade Gaza's southernmost city of Rafah, despite global concern for more than 1 million Palestinians. Today is Sunday, April 28, 2024, and this is the Dunkley Report. The White House says U.S. President Joe Biden has again spoken with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Pressure is building on Israel and Hamas to reach a deal that would free some Israeli hostages and bring a ceasefire in the war in Gaza. The White House says Biden reiterated his clear positions as Israel plans to invade Gaza's southernmost city of Rafah, despite global concern for more than 1 million Palestinians sheltering there. The U.S. opposes the invasion on humanitarian grounds. Israel is among the countries U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken will visit as he returns to the Middle East on Monday. Hundreds of students around the country are being arrested, suspended, put on probation, and, in rare cases, expelled from their colleges for participating in pro-Palestinian demonstrations. Many are still waiting to hear the full consequences. Their plight has become a central part of the protests this month, with students and a growing number of faculty demanding amnesty for the protesters. At issue is whether universities and law enforcement will clear the students of charges, or whether the suspensions and legal records will follow them into their adult lives. President Joe Biden is out to win some votes by scoring some laughs at the expense of Donald Trump. Biden is using mockery with the goal of getting under Trump's skin and reminding the country of Trump's blunders. Like a comic honing his routine, the Democratic president has been testing and expanding his jokes over the past few weeks. It started with jabs about his Republican opponent's financial problems, and now Biden regularly jeers Trump's coiffed hair, his pampered upbringing, and much more. The jokes are the latest attempt to crack the code on how to clap back at Trump, whose own shtick has redrawn the boundaries of what's acceptable in modern politics. Donald Trump is running against Joe Biden, but Trump keeps bringing up another Democrat, Jimmy Carter. Trump likes to cite the 99-year-old Carter as a measuring stick to belittle Biden. Trump calls Carter a happy man because, according to Trump, Biden's performance in office makes Carter's presidency look good in comparison. It was once common for Republicans to mock Carter, who lost in a landslide to Ronald Reagan in 1980 amid inflation, energy shortages, and the Iran hostage crisis. Trump's implication is that Biden's economy makes Carter's look better. Federal figures show today's economy is stronger and more stable than in the late 1970s. And over the years, Carter's overall presidency has gotten stronger assessments from historians. Tornadoes have killed 4 people in Oklahoma and left thousands without power. The tornadoes began late Saturday night and left at least 100 people injured around Oklahoma. One tornado destroyed several downtown buildings in Sulphur, Oklahoma, flipping over cars and shearing rooftops off houses across a 15-block radius. Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt toured the destruction on Sunday and said every business in the town of Sulphur appeared to have been destroyed. Oklahoma's severe weather adds to the dozens of reported tornadoes that have wreaked havoc in the nation's midsection since Friday. Authorities said Sunday that 1 person also died in Iowa because of the storms. U.S. intelligence officials have determined that Russian President Vladimir Putin likely didn't order the death of imprisoned opposition leader Alexei Navalny in February. An official says the U.S. intelligence community has found no smoking gun, that Putin was aware of the timing of Navalny's death or directly ordered it. The official says it's believed Putin was ultimately responsible for the death of Navalny, who endured brutal conditions during his confinement. The official spoke on the condition of anonymity to discuss the sensitive matter. Navalny was Russia's best-known opposition politician and died while serving a 19-year sentence on extremism charges that he called politically motivated. A month later, Putin won re-election. Human rights groups and diplomats have criticized a law that was quietly passed by the Iraqi parliament over the weekend that would impose heavy prison sentences on gay and transgender people, although homosexuality is taboo in the largely conservative Iraqi society, and political leaders have periodically launched anti-LGBTQ campaigns. Iraq did not previously have a law that explicitly criminalized it. The law passed Saturday with little notice as an amendment to the country's existing anti-prostitution law imposes a sentence of 10 to 15 years for same-sex relations and a prison term of 1 to 3 years for people who undergo or perform gender transition surgeries and for intentional practice of effeminacy. Throughout its long history, the Black church in America has, for the most part, been a patriarchal institution, with men making up the vast majority of its ranks of clergy. These days, increasing numbers of black women are attending seminary, and some women are carving out high-profile leadership roles. The African Methodist Episcopal Church says it has more than 1,000 female pastors, but obstacles remain. The founder of a group called Women of Color in Ministry estimates that less than 1 in 10 black Protestant congregations are led by a woman. 3-time WNBA champion and 2-time Olympic gold medalist Candace Parker has announced she's retiring after 16 seasons. Parker wrote in a social media post on Sunday that she refuses to cheat the game and has decided to call it a career at 38 years old. Parker became the first player in WNBA history to be named Rookie of the Year and Most Valuable Player in the same season in 2008. She also is the only player in league history to win a championship with 3 different teams. She won gold medals in 2008 and 2012 and a second league MVP in 2013. Protests against the war in Gaza are roiling college campuses nationwide. That means schools with graduation ceremonies next month are facing the possibility of protests colliding with commencements. Students are demanding the schools cut financial ties with Israel, and hundreds of students have been arrested on campuses from coast to coast. Protesters on both sides of the issue shouted and shoved each other during demonstrations Sunday at the University of California, Los Angeles. About 275 people were arrested on Saturday at campuses including Indiana University at Bloomington, Arizona State University, and Washington University in St. Louis. Those have pushed the number of arrests nationwide to nearly 900 since April 18th. Today's news has been reported by the Associated Press. This has been the World News for Sunday, April 28, 2024. Thanks again for joining us at the